Hi, I'm Bobo. As all eyes remained on U.S. interest rates, Fed Chair Jerome Powell last week said that it might be necessary to keep rates unchanged for an extended period, implying that a rate cut will be unlikely in the near term. Additionally, buyers rushed to snap up new homes at developments including Park Seasons, Lohas Park's Phase 12B project. However, despite continuing to price low, the project sold only 168 units in its first round last Saturday, failing to continue the momentum of Phase 12A Seasons Place, which sold 117 units on the first day. Transactions at Seasons Place made up nearly 70% of the available units and cashed in over 7.11 billion Hong Kong dollars. Among the buyers at Park Seasons, a major mainland purchaser acquired 5 one-bedroom units in one go for over 20 million Hong Kong dollars. The project sold an additional 3 units on Sunday, totaling 120 units for the past weekend. As for other new developments, sales were moderate as market focus remained on Park Seasons. A joint venture between Road King and Shenzhen investment, Mori in Tuen Mun opened its show flats to the public last Saturday and sold 15 units, including a 3-bedroom featured unit with a terrace measuring 691 square feet, which was auctioned for 7.97 million Hong Kong dollars. China Resources Land Overseas and Poly Property also sold 7 units at Pano Harbor in Kai Tak last Saturday. Overall, the first-time market recorded about 170 transactions over the past weekend. Meanwhile, despite the withdrawal of property cooling measures in February, the honeymoon period for the real estate market seems to be slowly fading. However, developers continue to launch new properties using a low-price strategy to clear inventory. Among these is the rail-linked project On Manton in Ho Manton, developed by Great Eagle and the MTR. The first price list for Phase 2B was released last week, offering the first batch of 115 units at an average price of 19,988 Hong Kong dollars per square foot, making it the cheapest new development in the area in nearly 8 years. To maintain strong sales momentum, the developer launched an additional 88 units on Saturday. The average per square foot price rose to about 20,900 Hong Kong dollars, nearly 5% higher than the first price list due to floor level, orientation, and views. The developer opted to launch Phase 2A units first on Saturday through a tender, offering a total of 84 units. All units in Phase 2A feature 3 to 4 bedroom layouts, responding to the market's strong demand for larger units. These units are distributed across towers 1 to 3, and their pricing is comparable to luxury properties along the Kowloon Railway line. Phase 2B is expected to have its first round of sales this week. Also in the Kowloon area, Topside Residences, developed by CSI Properties, is gearing up for launch. The developer has announced that it will soon open a show flat for media viewings and is expected to announce prices within this week. Next, New World's Yoho Hub 2 at Yuen Long Station is also set to release its sales brochure and pricing this week, with plans to open show flats in early May. This phase, the final installment of the Yoho series, consists of towers 6 and 8, offering 939 units with 1 to 3 bedroom layouts. Meanwhile, as buyers' focus remained on new, low-price projects, the second-hand market struggled to maintain transaction volumes. Over the weekend, Hong Kong's 4 biggest real estate agencies recorded 7 to 9 deals for the city's top 10 blue-chip housing estates, with Centerline even seeing an 8-week low. As transactions slowed, some homeowners had to sell at a loss to exit the market. In our first case, one owner is set to lose over 2 million Hong Kong dollars selling their 3-bedroom unit in LP10. This was a lower floor, sea-facing unit in Tower 2B, measuring 879 square feet. It was initially listed early this year at a loss-making price of 11.8 million Hong Kong dollars and was then reduced by 400,000 Hong Kong dollars. It sold for 11.4 million Hong Kong dollars at nearly $13,000 per square foot. The original owner purchased the unit new in October of 2021 for 13.7 million Hong Kong dollars, held it for about 2.5 years, and recorded a loss of 2.3 million Hong Kong dollars. Meanwhile, at the semi-new Atrium House development in Yuen Long, one unit saw a price cut of over 2 million Hong Kong dollars. However, its owners still faced a large loss. This was a lower floor, 1-bedroom unit measuring about 290 square feet with open views. Originally listed for about 5.5 million Hong Kong dollars, the owner made a drastic 45% price cut of 2.5 million Hong Kong dollars due to pessimism about future market conditions. The flat sold for 3 million Hong Kong dollars, setting a new low for the estate at about 10,000 Hong Kong dollars per square foot. The agent indicated that the new buyer is a first-time homebuyer who plans to occupy the unit. The original owner purchased the unit from the developer in 2019 for 4.99 million Hong Kong dollars. This resale resulted in a loss of about 1.99 million Hong Kong dollars, with the unit depreciating nearly 40% in almost 5 years. Moving to Kowloon, a unit in Changsha Wan's Aquamarine also faced a significant price cut. This was a high-floor, 2-bedroom unit in Tower 6, measuring 501 square feet, offering city views. Initially priced at 8.2 million Hong Kong dollars, the price was cumulatively reduced by nearly 9%, or 720,000 Hong Kong dollars, and sold for 7.48 million Hong Kong dollars at nearly $15,000 per square foot. The new buyer from outside the district was drawn to the unit's layout and felt that the negotiated price was reasonable, deciding to purchase the unit for personal use. The original owner bought the flat in March of 2021 for 8.98 million Hong Kong dollars, held it for 3 years, and booked a loss of 1.5 million Hong Kong dollars, with the unit's value depreciating by about 17% during that period. For more information on the secondhand market, stay till the end of this video for this week's recap of secondhand transactions across each district. That's all for this episode. See you in the next.